Hey guys, today we are out in Redmond today to talk about one of my favorite middle-class neighborhoods, I think we should say, if we can say that. Anyway, check it out, Summit Crest. Let's get it. Now, we don't talk about Redmond enough, and we should, right? Because we have an office right downtown. In fact, if you were around at all this summer downtown Redmond, you likely noticed our brand new office right down there on the main drag. It's in the middle of town. You can't miss it. In fact, you're watching this video, you happen to be in the area at any point in time, pop in there and say hi to whoever's there at the front desk and tell them that you saw us on YouTube. They'd love that. So it absolutely bears repeating that we love Redmond. It has a much slower pace to it. It's just quieter, more peaceful. It has a calming effect on me every time I'm here and has some really great advantages that Bend can't claim. For instance, it is the home city of the entire region's airport. Everyone who flies in and out of Central Oregon commercially has to come to Redmond. It's also the gateway to Smith Rock Recreational Area. Man, if you love rock climbing, you already know. Smith Rock is world famous, but even if you're not a rock climber, it is an incredible place to just hike. The views are absolutely insane. If you haven't ever been and you're visiting Redmond or Central Oregon at all, you must put it on the list. You'll thank me later. It also has the Deschutes County Fairgrounds, which is home to the county fair, but also tons of other massive events. Heck, the Farewell Festival we had a little while ago was huge. And again, it's still right in the heart of Central Oregon, close to the mountains, the rivers, the lakes, everything else that it has to offer here. Okay, enough of that. Let's talk about Summit Crest. So yes, it might seem like I say that all these neighborhoods are my favorite, but the truth is that this one is very, very charming, I guess would be the word. I mean, it is definitely in my 5 or 6 top Redmond neighborhoods. Now, this neighborhood originally started back in 2007, 2008, and the first half of all of the homes in here were built by D.R. Horton. Now, D.R. Horton, if you don't know, is a big national builder. They build all over the country, and I think because they started in 2008, they stopped, obviously, and it sat here for a few years. And then Hayden Homes actually came in and finished the neighborhood. And I think they kind of picked it back up around the 2015, 16-ish mark. Now, I will admit that I'm not exactly sure on the dates of all that, so don't take this as fact. From what I could loosely find from county records, Hayden managed to build about 75 homes in a little over a year, which doesn't quite make sense. That seems like a lot of homes in a year. It seems very, very high. So, honestly, I'm not exactly sure on the time frame of all of this, especially since there was a little chunk of land next to it that was plotted under a different name called Emerald View Estates that also was built out by Hayden at the same time and had 16 lots as well. So I can't quite make heads or tails of it, which is funny to me because I was actually here and I even sold a property in here. And I guess it doesn't really matter because today what we have when driving through is a very nice, clean, well put together, really just great neighborhood. Now, as far as location goes, where are we? Well, we are on the west side of Redmond and actually on the western edge of Forked Horn Butte. Dang it, why do I always say Forked? It's not Forked, I mean, you could say it's Forked Horn Butte. It's Butte in Redmond, we're on the west side, which is great because the mountain views are plentiful. This location is also great because it's easy to get around. You can pop back over the hill and you can get to 27th or you can get to Canal Boulevard and you're right back into Redmond. Or same thing if you need to get to Bend, you can pop over the hill there back towards Veterans Way. Or the secret back cut is you can head down here to Helmholtz and curl around to the south, back towards Bend, that direction. So it's quiet here. You get newer construction at a much lower price point than you would in Bend. You know, high, nice quality builds at an affordable price. And then of course the mountain views are just stunning. I mean, look at them. Come on. You know, most of the properties here have some sort of amazing view out of a window or the backyard or the front yard, depending on where the house is sitting. But even some of the homes that don't have mountain views from the actual property, like maybe down at the bottom, the drive coming into this neighborhood off Umatilla and much of the streets here are enough to give you incredible views that makes living here so worthwhile. Now the homes in here mix in range in size from about 1,100 square feet to about 2,500-ish. So there's a good size range of homes in here. There's a mix of two-story homes and single-level homes, and the lot sizes are a lot bigger than you would, normally see in, say, maybe a Bend neighborhood. The landscaping in here is full and it's mature. The grass is green and it's lush. Hayden Homes, who built more than half the homes in here, about 75 of them, actually, they've got a lot of great floor plans, very popular floor plans that are still in style today that they use throughout this neighborhood. And it just feels really great. There are, families, there are, kids and adults of all ages, walking and running and frolicking around and just enjoying the neighborhood, enjoying the views. It's a pretty special place. In fact, I ran into a client who we sold a house here years ago, and it was really great. He was even saying that, there's a certain pride of ownership here in this neighborhood. Everyone takes care of their yards. Everyone is just a delight to be around, and it's truly a lovely neighborhood. Those were his words. Okay, not exactly verbatim, not quoting him, but that was the sentiment. And so there you go. You can take it from him as well. It's a lovely place to live. So if you're looking for a really great suburb neighborhood at a great price point with amazing mountain views, you should really check out Southwest Redmond and Summit Crest. Okay, so that's it. Thanks so much for joining us on this neighborhood tour. If you are looking to buy or sell real estate in the area, we know you have options, but we would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is down in the description below, and do all the rest of the things like comment, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, all that jazz. Maybe even check out the next video that'll be appearing up over here, and we will see you next week. Thanks. Cheers.